afternoon, everyone. We are so glad to be here to talk with you about the curriculum in Indonesia. In this section, we will talk about the pros and disadvantages of each curriculum implemented in Indonesia. We have been working hard with our group members to find out all we can about it, and now we try to share what we have learned. First, we will introduce our team members.
I am Aulia Sartika Monte.
I am Serelia Nurhidayah.
I am Nafid Wijaya.
And I am Putri Naira Bandani.
I am Roja Turjana.
And I am Suci Marta Sikiro.
Curriculum is a learning plan that is used as a guide in the educational process, both in school and other educational institutions. The curriculum includes what is taught material, how to teach it, methods, as well as the goals to be achieved, student competencies. This article is taken from Al-Darah Journal of Islamic Education Management Studies, Volume 7, Issue 2, published in September 2023. We have found 11 curriculum that is implemented in Indonesia. The first one is Curriculum 1947, or Rencana Pelajaran 1947. The 1947 curriculum was the first curriculum formulated by the Indonesian government 2 years after independence. This curriculum was compiled based on the Indonesian educational experience during the colonial era. This curriculum has many pros that is inculcate the spirit of nationalism, forming citizens who love the country, have the spirit of Pancasila, able to actively participate in the development of the country. This curriculum have disadvantage too, that is, simple curriculum structure are not yet standardized, limited supporting research, curriculum implementation does not emphasize cognitive aspect but only prioritizes character education. Next.
Second, curriculum of 1952. The 1947 learning plan led to changes in Indonesian curriculum in 1942. This curriculum was referred to as the elaborated learning plan of 1952 because it provided a more detailed structure for each subject. The national education system was a result of this curriculum. First, established a national education system reflecting the awareness of equitable education. Second, learning objectives were adapted to the student need. Disadvantage did not reach all regions of Indonesia. Content was not future-oriented. Curriculum of 1940. Nextnya. Curriculum 1964. This curriculum is a refinement of the 1952 curriculum and was used during the reign of President Soekarno Adventures, developing the 5 main aspects of mental Pancawadana, empathy, character building, and love for the land, water. There are skill and physicalism. Pros, good concept but difficult to implement in the field, especially in areas and lack teacher and facilities. Teachers are requested required to master various fields to be able to teach the five aspects of Panchawadana. The scope of the material is for an incomparative student or confused or not or do not explore one file in depth. Next.
Okay. Competency-based
Next.
curriculum.
Okay, next curriculum 1968. The 1964 education plan, since as a creation of the order, was replaced by the 1968 curriculum through political means. The educational goals started in the 1968 curriculum include developing intellectual and athletic abilities, moral character, and religious faith in order to create authentic, resilient, and physically healthy Pancasila citizens. Advantage number one, the 1968 curriculum was developed with an autonomous atmosphere, allowing schools to implement all curriculum components. Number two, teachers had the freedom to design their own classroom learning system as long as educational goals were achieved. Number three, innovation and competitive spirit among region, school, and educator. Next, curriculum 1975. The previous curriculum, namely the 1968 curriculum, was replaced by the 1975 curriculum. Government policy aspects that had developed in the context of national development were not covered in the previous curriculum. Advantage of the 1975 curriculum. Number one, clear and measurable learning objective. Number two, a systematic and structured learning process. Number three, enhanced evaluation of student learning outcomes. Disadvantage of the 1975 curriculum. Number one, too administrative and burdensome for teacher. Number two, limited flexibility restricting teacher creativity. Number three, emphasis on memorization rather than comparison. Okay, next.
The 1984 curriculum, which was a refinement of the 1975 curriculum, priorities the process skill approach and active student learning CBSA as an improve the learning by actively involving students in the learning process. Advantage number one, prominent process skill approach. Number two, active student learning CBSA. Number three, topic-based student placement. Disadvantage number one, uneven and declining implementation. Number two, school inability to understand CBSA. Number three, unconducive classroom. The 1994 curriculum is an education curriculum format to a merger between the 1975 curriculum and the 1984 curriculum and was implemented based on law number 2 of 1989 concerning the national education system. Advantage number one, merging the previous curriculum. This curriculum is the result of the merger of the 1975 and 1984 curricula. Number two, Caturwulan system. The change from a semester system to a quarter system is expected to opportunities for students to have more subject matter in 1 year. Number three, material and skill orientation. Number four, local contents. Number five, link and match philosophy. The 1994 curriculum is based on the link and match philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of the connection between education and the world of work or industry. Disadvantage number one, inconsistency of goals and process. Number 2, overcrowded curriculum content. Number 3, less good result. Next.
Competency-based curriculum or KBK definition. The competency-based curriculum or curriculum berbasis kompetensi or KBK is a curriculum model introduced in Indonesia in the early 2000 and emphasized the assessment of competency by student, meaning of it focused not only content knowledge but also on how students apply the knowledge in various contexts. The goal is to develop well-rounded individuals with the necessary skills, knowledge, and attitudes to success in life and society. KBK promotes the student-centered learning and encourages learners to take an active role in their own education. It requires teachers to use various teaching strategies and assessment that ensure performance, not just memorization. Strength, the first focus on competency development. The second, student-centered learning. The third, use authentic assessment. The fourth, flexible teaching methods. The second, school-based or curriculum or KTSP. Definition, the school-based curriculum or curriculum tingkat satuan pendidikan or KTSP was introduced in 2006 as a refinement of KBK. While KBK focused on competencies, KTSP give more autonomy to school the design and implement their own curriculum as long as they follow the national education standards by the government. KTSP allows school to develop educational content that is more relevant to local needs, conditions, and cultures. Teachers play a more active role in deciding the syllabus and assessment based on the characteristic of their student and community. Okay, next. Next, David.
The main objective of the 2000 curriculum is to produce Indonesian people who are productive, attentive, creative, and effective through a combination of monitoring attitudes, abilities, and knowledge. Pros, developing critical thinking and problem-solving skills, making students responsive, instilling a holistic approach to learning, instilling interdiscipline nature, every aspect has been evaluated. Disadvantage, teachers have many misconceptions, complexity of assessment, little training and socialization of educators, lack of facilities and supporting equipment. The government considers all teachers and students have the same capacity. The Merdeka curriculum was introduced by the Ministry of Education and Culture in February 2022 as a step to overcome the long learning crisis. This curriculum focuses on honing children's interests and talents as early as possible. For the pros, making the education system more adaptable, freedom for teachers and students, giving them a place to learn, explore general knowledge, encourage students creatively and skills. For the second disadvantage, potential education, inequality, foreign education, and teaching planning is not well structured. Lack of human resources, unstructured system.
Curricula are designed to form a generation that is intelligent, characterized, and able to contribute to nation building. The curriculum not only addresses aspects of knowledge, but also development of character, morals, and life skills. Curriculum change are often not accompanied by research readiness, teacher training, and adequate facilities. So the implementation has not been evenly distributed. Alright, that's all we have fun and discussed. Hopefully what we presented earlier will help us all learn more. Thank you so much and we'll see you again in the afternoon.